Well, hello, friends, from my own home. Well, we're in a bit of a interesting times these days, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, Google 2020 and it'll come up very quickly. It's a pandemic. But the good news is you get to see my big Hawaii poster, and the other good news is I have a tripod now, so maybe, who knows, my YouTube videos might get slightly better. Let's not get crazy though. But since you're in my home, I gotta tell you my favorite song in one of my favorite movies. It's The Little Mermaid. True story. Love this movie. Well, you see my Hawaii home and you see my piano. Now you gotta know the real story. I love The Little Mermaid. It's not a problem, it's a good thing. Especially since we have an amazing song coming your way. So, we start with a double treble clef. Double treble clef means we're probably going to be left hand at middle C. Not right hand, left hand. Right hand's going to be up at treble C. And that's exactly where this song is. For the most part, double treble clef just means high notes. So if your left hand is written in treble clef, it just means high notes on the staff. So make sure you bring your left hand up there. We'll go through the first phrase. It's kind of like in a C chord shape for the first part. Let me break that down for you. So we have a little C thing here. And then we have another C chord in left hand. Then the right hand moves. So make sure you get your 2 on C for the second part of that first phrase. And these parts down here, they're both steps. And it's long, short for both of those. The first time it's a third. The second time, it's a step. And it's both long, short. So that'd be phrase 1. On to phrase 2. Phrase 2 jumps down to the bass clef, so we're going down to a C chord, but down low in the bass C. So your right hand moves from 3 on C to 2 on C. Remember, you're in level 3, my friends. There's no such thing as hand positions anymore. They all just kind of move. We have a C position, but it doesn't stay in C position long. So those are just kind of reference points now. So we got to make sure that we don't think our hands are staying in one place for very long. Maybe for a measure or two. So we have this thing in both hands. That's a little tricky. But if you look at the finger numbers, it goes 4, 2, then 2, 4, 3. 4, 2, 2, 4, 3. And then we move the hand. And it's both ones in that first one, both thumbs. So take your time, work all that stuff out. Phrase 3 brings us to the 4 chord. So remember, in C position, we have the 1 chord, the 4 chord. And then there's going to be an alternate 5 chord. It's a little bit different 5 chord, but it's still kind of the same thing. Remember, our 5 chord is usually this, with the F in there. This one's going to be a D in there. It's a B, D, G. So you may want to plan out this left hand a little bit before you start playing it. We have the F chord, C, F, A. And then it goes to that G chord, B, D, G. If you got that, you'll be able to figure out the rest of the left hand. Let's look at the right hand for a second. It starts on 2 on A. Then 2 on B. If you get those spots in particular, you'll be able to work your way through it. The rhythm, though, is another big deal. We have eighth to quarter. So it's like fast to slow. Fast to slow. And it sounds like this together. And we have a second ending, which is almost the same exact thing, except we just add another note at the end. Or 2 notes at the end. C and G. So that would be all your phrase 2 madness. If I haven't mentioned it, 100 million times in my videos, I'm gonna say that if you're not practicing while you're playing this, you're wasting your time. It doesn't help. So make sure you go through all the phrases, pause it when I'm talking, or after I'm done talking. Now when I'm talking, how dare you? And then practice that little part that we talked about. You'll get good at music if you do that. You'll have a hard time if you don't. Good luck. So that's the phrase 4, I guess. We're going to have a 6th in the right hand. So thumb is on G, but pinky is not on D. It's on C. It's got that 6th feel. And then we have the F chord, or that 4 chord from the other page, or the other phrase, sorry. And we want to get that rhythm. It's 8th note, quarter note. See the tie in there? That means you don't play all of them. You only played 2. So listen to that first part again. Then it goes to that G chord to C. Once again, that'd be phrase 4, and if you didn't practice that yet, you're a silly person. Let's go to phrase 5. The right hand's really similar the whole time. It's got that 6th feel. See how where the thumb is moving from G to C? So it starts on G, G to A, G to A. So it goes G, A, G, A, G. So you gotta move that thumb back and forth to get those parts. And remember, your pinky stays on E. Ooh, that is good advice. That's gonna help you. The left hand is gonna do our 4 chord, and our 5 chord, and our 1 chord, or F, G, C. Nothing too crazy there. Then, I don't even know where we're at it anymore. Phrase 6 or something, I don't know. Right up on the shore, they all work, up on the shore, they work all day. That's what we're going to go with right there. And this goes to a subito piano, which means suddenly soft. Big deal on this one, just make sure you watch your rhythm. In the right hand, we have some dotted quarter notes and some 8th notes. So remember to get your 8th notes fast. Then the left hand is going to change up. We're going to take a shape. Us classical musicians don't talk about shapes enough these days, so we're going to talk about them right now. If you notice, we have the F chord has pinky, pointer, thumb. We're just going to walk that shape up the piano. So your hand doesn't move, it stays in the shape the whole time, stays in that same shape. So we have F chord to G chord to A minor chord, and then your regular D chord, and that's another shape too. We just don't think about it too much. So here's what we're going for right there. Remember to keep those shapes, keep your hand locked in that shape, nice and comfortably, and it'll be easier. Oh gosh, counting 7, phrase 7 maybe? I don't know. That's the same as before, what we did up there. So we don't have to worry about that one. But at the phrase 8 at the end, right where they say C, we're going to hit a C. Wow, that's weird. It's not the same spelling though. It's like S-E-A and C. Oh gosh, the Little Mermaid is so good. Let's talk about that one. It starts with a C chord. 3's on C. Oh my god, it's a C. Then it's a C chord, and it's on the word C. This is freaking me out. So we start with the 3 on C, and then the E, 3 goes to E. 3 on C, 3 on E. And then the left hand comes back to treble clef. Left hand's at the treble clef, and then it's way down to the end of the piano for that last note. The right hand's hitting some 6ths So we have 6th off F, 6th off E. I don't know. I feel like I've talked enough, so maybe that's enough for that. 11 minutes of me talking. I think you get the idea. Make sure you practiced in the middle of all that mess. Make sure you enjoy the nice picture, the Hawaiian Islands or whatever. Yeah, mountains. There you go. Enjoy my house. Hopefully I don't have to teach here forever. But for the meantime, carry on, friends. Bye.